So I work on cruise ships, and if I wanted to, I could spend $0 in an entire week. But of course, I don't do that, so I'm going to break it down for you of what I spend in a week working on a cruise ship. I'm just going to show you the total of what I actually spend on board because I do spend way more money out in the ports. I could do a separate video on what I actually spend out in the ports, but this week I'm showing you exactly what I pay for on the ship. But first, we need to talk about what I do and don't pay for on board.
The number one thing we don't pay for is housing.
My cabin is completely free. I'm not paying rent. I'm not paying for water, utilities, or electricity. So that is a major plus when it comes to working on cruise ships.
Probably the thing that crew members spend the most money on is Wi-Fi. It is very expensive. Although we have free Wi-Fi, we're given a certain amount of free Wi-Fi every month. It goes very quickly when you turn it on and off, especially if you're scrolling or trying to upload or download things. So I do spend some money on Wi-Fi. Maybe once a month I buy a package. I'm very strategic on how I use it and when I use it to help upload my content. Mostly my reels. I go to coffee shops and things to upload my vlogs. But let's see if I spend any money on Wi-Fi this week.
One thing that is completely free on cruise ships is food. If I wanted to spend $0 on food, I totally could. I can eat in the buffet and crew mess for free, and then we get 30 to 40% off any restaurant. I'm pretty good at budgeting, and I allow myself to eat either on the ship at a restaurant once a week or out in the port once a week, sometimes twice a week. Another thing that's free when working for MSC is water. They give water to the production cast. Of course, I can fill up my water bottle in the buffet and keep water on hand in my room. I pay for my own snacks and any drinks in my room. I'm not allowed to bring things from the buffet back to my room. Alcohol I pay for, but it's also much cheaper on board. To get a shot of alcohol is about $2. To get a nice cocktail is like $4, and a glass of wine is about $4. An entire bottle of wine is $11. For other cruise lines, you might be allowed to bring alcohol to your room, but on MSC, you are not. We have what's called crew bar and crew disco, where you can get coffee all day and then alcohol after 6 p.m. In cruise shop, they have snacks and toiletries, so you can get by with things until you can get out to a port and do more shopping. The thing that I'm probably the most excited about not paying for on the ship is a gym membership. We have a crew gym, and we are allowed access to the passenger gym at all times when it's open, which is really nice. We do need to stay fit and look presentable for the shows. Since I'm not doing dance tracks anymore, I am not burning as many calories on stage as you would think, so I like spending a lot of time in the gym to keep my activity up and stay active.
Alright you guys, it's about the end of day one. We are leaving Miami. I'm not going to spend any money tonight. So today's total for day number one is $0 spent on board. I have not bought any internet. I have not spent any money in restaurants or anything. Our meals are free, like I said, in the buffet. So yeah, I've just eaten at the buffet and the crew mess. I didn't buy a drink or anything, so today's total is 0. Day one, nice and boring. Let's see about day two. It is the end of day 2. It's a sea day. We did dirty dancing tonight. And again, here on board, I've spent $0 at the end of the day. I didn't buy any internet. I didn't have a drink. I didn't even get any coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but if I drank coffee, I still would have only spent about €2. All my meals were free, no restaurants, so let's see about tomorrow. Okay, it is day 3. Today we are in Roatan, Honduras. I did not get off the ship. I just stayed on board and got my nails done. It took a long time. There's a girl on board that does it in her cabin and she charges $22. So I got chrome French. I am so happy with how it turned out. It took forever, but I spent $30. I tipped her to do French, and I love my nails. So that was the first time I spent money on the ship this week. So $30 total so far. That's pretty good for day 3. Let's see what I spend tomorrow. Okay, it's day 3. Well, actually it's day 4, but let me tell you what I spent on day 3. I gave my housekeeper $20 cash. I usually give him $20 to $30 a month in tips because he's really sweet, and he comes and cleans my room very often. It's part of my contract. He makes my bed, he vacuums, he cleans my bathroom, and he is such a sweetheart. He always does it around my schedule and makes sure I'm out of the cabin. He gives me his number to make sure I don't need anything, or if I lock myself out of my room, he's just call me, and he's such a sweetheart. So I'll include that in this week's spending because I had to wait to get cash in this last Miami so I could give him some more money.
Yeah, so $20 day 3. Today, day 4, we are going to celebrate Chelsea's birthday. It was her birthday like 2 weeks ago, but we've been wanting to go to the steakhouse restaurant. I haven't been to the steakhouse restaurant on any of my other ships. They've had it on every other ship, but I didn't go because I thought it was really expensive. I thought it was like $80 to $100, but apparently we get a better discount, and she and I have been wanting to try it. So I think it's like $30 to $40 for a 3 or 4 course meal. So we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna get dressed up, and I'll bring you along for the adventure and show you the total at the end. But I need to make sure I have money on my crew card first, so let's go.
Yeah, we have to get steak. I think I'm gonna get tomato soup with boiled filet mignon, whatever all the sauces.
Did you say that we're getting all the sauces?
Yeah, all the sauces. Mashed potatoes, cream spinach, and then for dessert I just want like ice cream. Mashed potatoes, and then I can like mix it all together.
I'm always thinking, what can I watch it?
I also love crab cakes, but I'm afraid crab cake will have food.
The tomato soup comes with cheesy baked twist.
That sounds really good. I love cheese.
I know, I was like, what?
Oh wow.
We did.
Yay!
So good. It's better, definitely better than the buffet.
Yeah.
Let's try the free bread. It looks a bit underbaked. But it's good free bread.
Let's check in the middle, the sense. Because actually they are relying on temperature.
Wow.
Very good.
Spinach. Potato. Definitely better than the buffet.
Like, why is all the tacos just casually hanging out?
So excited. So good. We love ice cream.
Okay, we're back from dinner. The total was $60. It was actually $40, but I bought each of us a glass of wine for Chelsea's birthday, so my total was $60 for the night. But yeah, no regrets. I've never spent that much money on a meal before, but honestly, it was just really nice to treat ourselves for the beginning of the year. That's probably the most that I'll spend this week or this month. Yeah, so tomorrow I don't think I'll spend anything on board, but let's see. Okay, it is the next day and we have water pickup. We actually get free water for our department, so I got 7 bottles of water, and then tonight I will run by Crew Disco, or probably Crew Bar, and buy some extra water for my sister, since my sister's coming on board the day after tomorrow, and I know my sister, she will not bring a water bottle or anything. We are able to refill our water bottles in the buffet, but I know her and she will probably forget. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get some water for her because it's pretty cheap. So that will be something that I'm buying today. Okay, I got a big bottle because I didn't sell the little bottles. So this one, basically I'll refill this when I need it. And I'll give the other bottles to my sister. And then I got the boys some Twix because Hall of Fame, they are just like exhausted and do so much cardio. So I got them some Twix and gave them to them in the dressing room. So I spent $6 total today, and just one more day. Tomorrow's an Ocean K day, so I don't think I will spend any money on board, but we will see. All right, you guys, it is the end of Ocean K Day. I'm about to go do my 2 shows tonight, but I know I will not be spending any more money tonight. I'm not going to Crew Bar. I'm not getting any more Wi-Fi. I am done for the week, and that brings this week's total to $96. And I will say this is just an average. I probably spend more or less depending on the week, and I did not show you what I spent out in the ports, which is where I spend majority of my money. When I also spend a good amount on like supplements and health things at this time. But out in the ports, I love to shop, so that is my Achilles heel. But yes, this week's total is 96. Do I usually spend this much on eating out on the ship? No, this was like kind of a random spending, but I will normally spend that much out in the ports anyway, on like clothes or food. So yeah, that is the end for today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful. My name is Ashton Campbell. Follow me over on Instagram. I will see you guys next time. Bye.